Good morning, everyone. This is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. So today I thought that we would talk about Crayola twistable pencils. I have said before that I really love these pencils. And people get very confused about whether they are a pencil or crayon. How do you color with them? Do they work well? Do they blend? Can you layer? So many questions that I have seen people ask on different channels. Are we in focus? So I thought I would show you how to use them on this Santa picture that I have here. This is Inspired Coloring Christmas. I got my copy on eBay. You could probably find it on Amazon. They used to sell this whole collection at Ollie's, and I have not seen it there in a long time, so just a little information on the book. It's a lot of stock images, just kind of, you get some big designs, small designs, you know, a mixture. There's wallpaper and patterns and whatnot, so. But I have been working on this Santa to give you an idea. So now you can see the face, I hope. There we go. This is as much blending, layering as I could get on his face for the skin tone. Now I'm going to go over it with some mineral spirits or something, you know, some kind of solvent to try to get that to blend out. But you can see that the other colors blend a lot better. And I'm going to show you how to achieve that kind of a look. I made my Santa kind of the younger Kris Kringle character from, what is it, Frosty? Gosh, I can't remember, but when I was a kid, there was like a certain set of like Rudolph, Frosty, you know, the Dr. Seuss one, Snoopy one. There was a certain set of Christmas shows that played every single year. You could always count on it, and one of them had Santa, showed him as a younger man. Excuse me, and how he, you know, started out, and he had red hair. And that always kind of stuck with me, because if you know a redhead or have one in your life, and I happen to be married to one, you might notice that when they go gray, they skip the whole gray, like, stage, and they go straight to white. It's so pretty. Anyway, a lot of rambling for no reason. So when you want this kind of a look, you know, you're going to want to choose 3 colors. There are no names on the twistables for me to tell you what colors these are. So, you know, it's nice to have a swatchy piece of paper before you start to make sure you're going to get why are we flashing with the light? I don't know. So to be sure you're going to get, you know, the blend that you want. Some people with their twistables, they take them and put like, it doesn't, if you try it with a Sharpie, it's going to come off eventually, but some people take and put a little sticker or a piece of paper with tape around it and number each pencil and then swatch them. That's something you could do if you want. I just usually grab mine and work on a piece of scratch paper to get the, you know, the blend that I want, and then go to the paper. So I have this very dark red color here, and I cannot tell you if this is in the 50 pack or the 100 pack because I have both of them, but it's very dark. So what you want to do is, let's see here, I don't think I can get you much lower and still be able to get around here, so hopefully you can see okay. This is why I never do color alongs, because it's just an equipment problem. Okay, so you have this long piece here, and you want to take the pencil and you want to give yourself an idea. This is how I do it anyway. Give yourself an idea of how far down you want this dark color to go. When you're doing these strands of hair like this, it's better, okay, you see how this one is staggered, where the darker color comes down to lower here and then there, and then it's up higher in some parts? That's the look you want, because if you do it all the same length, stop at the dark at the same area, it's going to be very noticeable to your eye, and it's going to look like half dark, half light, and it's not going to get that thoroughly blended look. So I always take my darkest color, and then I just do a little bit of coloring down a certain degree or a certain length, and then I'll go to the next one. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Seeing is good. And then I go down to this next one. I'll go down to this next one, and I'll change the length of how far I'm going to go down with the darkest color. And then I'll go up to this red one here, next one here, and maybe I'll go higher. You know, just whatever you feel like doing, just make sure that, try to keep it so that they're different is all I'm saying here. So you get yourself a little bit of a template, a little bit of a line so that you can see it. And then I go with my next color, and I will do the same thing. I will do the same thing. I will just go down a bit. So this is just to help you see when you start filling in where you're going with this. That's all it's really for. You don't even have to do that beforehand if you don't want to. Now with my lightest color, which is going to be this one here, I don't bother doing that. I'll show you. So now I'm going to go in darker. I'm going to go in super, I'm pressing hard. Not hard, but not as hard as you would with a, excuse me, with a Crayola regular colored pencil. Because these are really super light. And when my hands are bothering me from doing too much art, I will switch to coloring with these, and it doesn't hurt at all. Now when you get, so I filled it in really hard right there. When you get to the end, you know, you don't want that hard finish, so start lightening your pressure so that you drag the color down a bit, just the same way that you would using pretty much any other colored pencil. It works exactly the same way. There's really no difference, except for these feel, and a lot of people kind of, when they first use them, it takes a bit to get used to the texture of it. It is a lot creamier and smoother than a pencil, regular colored pencil, but yet it's harder to blend. So it is kind of, I can see why people say it's a crayon. It's not a crayon though. You're not going to get all that falling out stuff and everything. So you can see here, hopefully, yeah. So you can see there where I have dragged this color out, right? So that it's not a hard edge there. All right, and now I'm going to take my next color, which is my medium color here, and I'm going to go in hard over the top of where the other one ended. And you can see that is how you get your blend, is by softening the pressure and the first time you go over, and then go hard the next time. So now when I'm dragging this medium color down, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to lighten up my pressure a whole bunch and kind of just drag that color down. So there you can see the two colors right there are blended. Can you see? Here. So the two colors are blended. Now you can also see up here, there is sort of like a, I don't know if that's a wax bloom or really what you want to call it. You can't scratch it off or anything like that like you can with a crayon. But I like it. I think it gives like a textured look, not such a flat, pencil-y look. So, you know, it's just something different to work with. You know, I wouldn't want to use these every day on every picture, but there's times when I just want to use these. I like them. I like how easy they feel on your hands, how light they are. I like the fact that you don't have to sharpen them. Oh, I told you guys I was going to show you how to sharpen these in this video, and I forgot now to get the thing to show you, and I don't want to walk away and go get it. What it is a lead sharpener, you know, for mechanical pencils. They're just these tiny little sharpeners. I will tell you what, I will leave a link to one in the comments. I can't leave links in my descriptions for my phone. It just doesn't stick for some reason. So in the comments, I will leave you a link to a sharpener that will work on these. And that way, if you have them, you can get one of those for very, very low amount of money, and then you'll have a way to sharpen them. Just be aware when you do sharpen these, you don't want to turn this, like when you sharpen it, you want to roll it up to get your sharpener on there, but you don't want to have such a fine point because it will snap. So that's why I don't even bother sharpening mine. If you want it to be able to get into tight corners, use it on one side and you will get this sort of point, and that will be able to let you get into those tight areas. Okay, so this is my lightest color. Now remember, when you go back over it, you're going to go over it hard at the top. That is where you're going to be blending and pulling that color down. Okay, so now I've already went over that area where the last color ended. I've got my blend, and I'm just going to bring this all the way down into this corner. And then sometimes I'll just go back up over the whole thing with my lightest color, just in case there's any areas that my pencil missed, because, you know, I'm one of those people that likes to color in my room and it's dark. The next day I look at my coloring in the light and go, holy moly, what were you thinking? So there you go. There is your Crayola twistable pencil blend. It can be done. Layering is a little bit of a challenge. That's what I have done here. It can be done as well. So, you know, just take your time. Play with the pencils. You know, have a little bit of a patience with them. I know that people try them and don't like them, and then, you know, get rid of them. Really, it's one of these things that it's just, do you want to work with this thing? Like when I first got mine, I'd had the same troubles that other people have, but I liked the way they felt in my hands so much that I just, you know, took the time to work with them. And I know that if you take the time to work with yours, you'll be able to get some nice results on your pictures. So I think that is going to be the end of this video. If you have any questions, please drop them below. I'm going to finish this picture, and then you will be able to see it in my my finishes for December. So I hope you are all doing well. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the new subscribers. Welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.